The iPhone, the older iPhone shutting down has happened to me. This has long been a conspiracy theory among users. And Apple released this statement in response to a report about this happening. What's your take?
Well, I think you need to take a step back and just play the conspiracy theory through, is that if Apple is slowing down the phones for the purpose of that you'll buy a newer version phones, that to me sounds like a risky business approach. And the reason is that to make your product worse in the hope that you buy a more current product, they run the risk of people saying, I don't want an iPhone, let's go over to Android. It seems like not the best approach. So I think at face level is Apple was in a catch-22 here. They did the right thing for the performance of the phone. I do not think this was some sort of a conspiracy theory, but there's no easy way around it. When you connect the words slowing down the phone, people immediately are going to react to that. I would say that consumers vote also with their dollars. And if you look at the aftermarket pricing on, for example, Craigslist or eBay of iPhones, they have consistently, even though they've been slower, those older phones, held their value much better than an Android phone. So I think that, yes, it's an issue, but I don't think it changes fundamentally of how people think about the phone.
People are still going to buy iPhones, of course, but how do you expect these lawsuits, class action lawsuits, to go down?
Yeah, I don't think they have any merit. I do want to just say David's spot on. That was that the issue around this was how Apple handled the message on it, not being forthright. But as far as, this has given some people some opportunity where they see dollar signs here. Everyone knows $270 billion in cash that Apple has. Easy to take a shot at them. I think I will make a large bet that these lawsuits go absolutely nowhere.
All right. You do have a new note out talking about Apple's M&A philosophy. We've seen a couple of buys and investments lately. What is the strategy you see playing out here?
Well, they're going to be repatriating a lot of money with the new tax policy, and it's probably going to be close to $210 billion is going to come back, and which begs the question, how is that going to change Apple's M&A philosophy? And the simple answer is it will likely have no impact on it. Apple has never had a cash problem. Having an absurd amount more cash in the U.S. doesn't fundamentally change that. To answer your question is what their strategy is typically to acquire technology sub-billion dollar. They've done some things like Beats that have been more than that, but in general they don't buy brands, and we think that they're going to continue down that pace. You look at the Finisar investment, if you want to call it that, that was kind of in that same framework. And so I think that if you're looking for a blockbuster M&A deal in the next 1 or 2 years from Apple, I think it's a very low probability. A lot of the same kind of the singles and doubles kind of an M&A strategy in the near future.